Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening once again to the Hour of the Time. I'm William Cooper. Right off the bat, I want all of you listening anywhere near Dandridge, Tennessee. We've got a little emergency there, and I need anybody living near Dandridge, Tennessee to call me after, listen to me very carefully, after, not during the broadcast. I cannot discuss it on the broadcast. So don't call in and say, I'm from Dandridge, what can I do? I need to talk to you privately on the phone after the broadcast. Okay? Anybody who lives near, reasonably near, Dandridge, Tennessee, I need you to call me personally at this same number that we're going to open the phones with later. You know, it's our call-in line after the broadcast. That's after the broadcast. Please don't call during the broadcast because I'm going to have to be rude and hang up on you. I cannot discuss it over the air. But we have a little emergency, and I need somebody who's willing to give us a little help. That's Dandridge, Tennessee. Okay. Boy. Let me tell you right now that you're lucky to be hearing me live tonight because last Friday I get calls from several different people who are on their way here. And all this week we're going to be meeting and making some decisions and some plans. And I will not be live on the air again after tonight until July the 3rd. You'll be hearing reruns on WBCQ tomorrow night through July the 2nd, and then I will be back live July the 3rd. For those of you listening in the Round Valley, there will be no broadcast of the Hour of the Time in the Round Valley again after tonight until July the 3rd. I'm going to be busy with a lot of people coming to visit. We're going to be talking over some very important things, making some decisions, and making some plans. And ultimately, you're going to know about these things, but probably won't be for a while. These are very important people in the Patriot community, and these are very important meetings. And as far as I'm concerned, these are the cream of the crop of the people in America who are willing to fight and die for their country if need be, and they are, in my estimation, the modern founding fathers. If there ever could be a parallel to the founding fathers, these are some of those people. Not all of them, but some of them. And so that's what I'm going to be very busy with for the rest of this week through the weekend and Monday. And they should all be gone Monday evening or Tuesday morning, and then I will be back live on Tuesday evening. And for all of you out there who are listening, who, we're not plotting anything. We are American patriots who believe in the Constitution. We believe in the law. And we believe, as I have repeated over and over again on this broadcast, whoever fires the first shot loses. The feds have done it several times, and they're in the process of losing because of it. You don't have to worry about anything that we're going to do. But I will tell you this. If and when civil war breaks out in this country, you will find us the most formidable force that you can imagine, and we will go after the enemies of this republic without fail. We will pursue them aggressively, and we will fight and take down any foe that we come into contact with. As you all know, I am the intelligence director for the Continental Army of the second, I don't want to impinge upon the proper credit due to those who were members of the Continental Army of the Republic. We are the Second Continental Army of the Republic. It is made up mostly of active duty, honorably discharged and retired enlisted men and officers who have served in the armed forces of the United States of America. So that should give you some idea of what we might be capable of. We are not planning, nor do we, or will we, ever take part in any revolution. When you hear the word revolution, the word masses, the word, lots of these little code words, those are communists speaking. And believe me, you don't want to take part in a revolution in this country. You want to take part in a restoration, which is exactly what we intend to do. We will restore a constitutional Republican government in this country. We will do it with the moral high ground. We will never fire the first shot. But when the first shot is fired, I guarantee you there will never be another Waco. These things are not going to occur in this country again. But the powers that be that plot these things, that plan them and carry them out, they can't resist it. And so eventually they will fire the shot that will be, once again, like at Lexington and Concord, heard round the world. And when that happens, we will take them to task in earnest. And believe me, we will take them down, and we will restore constitutional Republican government in this country. And lest you misunderstand what I'm saying, I don't care what you believe in or who the hell you think you are. Listen to me very carefully. Patriots are everywhere, and they outnumber the scum-sucking socialist communists in this country. Not only that, but we have guns and they don't, because they don't believe in it. We're willing to die for what we believe in, and they're not. We will win, simply because of these things, if nothing else. And there are patriots everywhere. If you think you're safe revealing that you're an enemy of this republic, you better think twice, because your secretary might be a patriot. The person you're talking to might be a patriot pretending to be a socialist. If you're a police chief or a member of some law enforcement agency or agency of federal government who is a socialist planning to bring about this world government over the ashes of the United States of America, let me assure you, and make no mistake about it, you will be identified, and you are in earshot, and the capability of patriots to identify exactly who you are. And Madame Defarge, ladies and gentlemen, is knitting furiously again. And then when the execution of Timothy McVeigh occurred, once again, prior to and immediately following, the same thing occurred again, and this word extremist was used over and 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 over again. And now we're being bombarded with messages that Osama bin Laden is planning to attack the United States of America and Israel. And I'm telling you, be prepared for a major attack. But it won't be Osama bin Laden. It will be those behind the New World Order who once again want to take the guns and the freedom away from the American people, because we're the only ones left in the world who can oppose the destruction of freedom in the world and the implementation of a one-world totalitarian socialist government, and that is the goal. Now, how stupid can you be to believe that Timothy McVeigh was the mastermind of the destruction of the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City, and just he and Terry Nichols, who appears to be somewhat of a fool, plotted, planned, obtained all the different materials, put together a bomb of such force that it brought down what we call in the military a hard target, a target held up by steel, reinforced, concrete columns, and he had no help. No help. And that there really was no person called John Doe number 2, that was all a mistake, and the drawings and the pictures they put out were not real people, and that was all a mistake. Well, I know that's a lie, because Michael Brescia, who is John Doe number 2, the spitting image of the drawings that they put out, wearing the exact same cap that was worn by the man in the drawings that they put out, with the same tattoo on his left arm, stood in front of me for 10 minutes and talked to me in the company of Timothy McVeigh, and Tim McVeigh was not the leader. Tim McVeigh probably didn't say more than 25 or 30 words during the entire time. Michael Brescia did all of the talking, and the last thing he said before they left in their green Mercury Marquis station wagon with a puke yellow interior was watch Oklahoma City. If anyone was in charge, at least on that day, it was Michael Brescia, John Doe number 2, not ever Timothy McVeigh. They told us during that conversation that they were setting out on a mission to make things better in this country, and that they had the approval of the United States Army, who had implanted them with computer chips, had given them their blessings, and knew exactly where they were and what they were doing all the time. Michael Brescia showed me a place behind his left shoulder and said there was a computer chip that had been implanted under his skin by the United States Army. I felt it. There was something under his skin. Without a doubt, it was hard. It felt like it was square. It wasn't very big. But I do not personally know what it was. Timothy McVeigh said he had one implanted in his buttock